Hello, fellow member. This video will help you organize your contacts once you've imported them in from all the different resources that you're using today. You will see within the Phello platform, we try to organize our contacts via list view. This is the easiest and simple way in modifying and editing and organizing your contacts. As you'll see over on the left-hand side, we have checkboxes and a select action button. This allows you to create notes from a list view. You can add to multiple records at one time. You can add to one. You can add them to a contact list. We'll add tags to help you categorize and organize your contacts. You can also delete contacts. Columns, first name, last name, company, title, and created. You have the ability to select that column and it changes from A to Z or Z to A. So you can simply organize. First name column, an important part here is eventually you hope to email your contacts. So having a first name that's appropriate is really key here. So a name that has a middle initial, a name that has all capital letters, anything that is unique, you want to modify and make it look like it's accurate. If the person's Robert and they go by Bob, then change and edit to Bob. This is the name that you're going to use to personalize your emails to your audience. You want to make sure that you have the appropriate first name. Last name column, we use this particular column, especially now that you've imported all your contacts, to help you sort any duplicates and remove any duplicates. Some will have similar names, but have different email addresses, so the system didn't delete them. Some may have an email address and some may not have an email address. So it's important for you to scroll through by last name. In this case, we have two Muhammad Ali's, AT&T. Clearly they're the same record. One has an email address and one does not have an email address. So we come down here and we have Mustafa. There's two duplicates here. One has an email address and one doesn't have an email address. So we're going to get rid of the one that doesn't have an email address. So this is where you would go through and sort. You can come up here and simply delete the contact records that are duplicates. And this allows you to now refine and modify your list so you have more accurate platform of contacts. The company and the title, those are very nice to sort by when we eventually tag, or you want to see what contacts at a certain level, or you want to see what contacts work at the same company. So it makes it very easy for us to sort by that, to be able to simply scroll through. The tagging, this is where you organize your contacts, and we'll go through that in a couple minutes. But clearly we wanted to have the functionality on the list view screen so you can see who you've tagged and who you've not tagged. The emails, this allows you to send an email to an individual. So you click it and your default email will open and you can send an individual email. Then of course date created is the date that you imported your contacts to the Phello platform. The importance on this is if you want to import down the road or you want to import LinkedIn every couple of weeks, it'll only import in the contacts that are not duplicate, and you can simply sort by date created to see that. Again, making it very simple to see who you've imported in for new for that particular day. Let's open one of these records. So if we open up Nancy, organization here, you have all the different fields. So any important information that you want to put in here is, you can add that here. You can simply pop through records up here to scroll through. Notes is very important. This is where you actually are going to create a history of that relationship. So you can create a new note. You can modify existing notes. You can stamp, notes will be stamped by date and when they're modified. This will make it very easy for you to create a history between you and that particular person. So the next time that you reach out to them, you'll be able to bring up some past communication. Tagging. This is really important, how we organize our contacts. This is going to allow us to do to filter down the road and to be able to do searches down the road for us to campaign. We have different people within our contacts. We need to organize them a certain way to allow us to be more specific with our letters to that particular list. So here in a list view, we can come in here and you can see we've already properly tagged your contacts initially. From how they import it in is we tag them. So in a kind of a high level, you know, HR recruiters will be tagged. We can tell by the title and the company and the email address. If it's missing information, in this particular case, we don't have a title, so it's missing info. This here is an individual that's we're not 100% sure, but we're assuming they're potential executive. We're going to put them as an active. An account representative would be someone that's an individual contributor. We're putting them as an inactive because they're an individual contributor. This particular contact doesn't have an email address, so we're tagging them with no email address. So we're initially making it easy for you to filter through your contacts to help get them organized. But the goal in the long run is for you to create your own tags to organize. So if we come in here and we actually say, let's actually modify his tag. So if we come up here and add tag, I've already added a few tags in here. But we can add as many tags as we want, and this will help us organize. In this particular case, we want to tag maybe our angel investors. We want to sort our C-suite. Here we have engineering, but they're individual contributors. So we want to sort our engineering individual contributors so we can eventually send them a campaign because maybe we have an engineering position. We want to sort out family and friends. We want to sort out marketing individual contributors or sales individual contributors. Or we want to sort out our private equity folks or people that were in a particular society or all of our colleagues from a particular university that we went to. We want to sort out our VPs because maybe we want to campaign to our VPs differently than our C-suite or our venture capital. In this particular case, I selected a contact. This is a salesperson that's an individual contributor. So I want to save that. And that particular person now will be a saved tag. So we want to refresh the screen. And here we now have a sales IC. So we could select multiple records and select multiple at one time and come up here and hit a new tag, right? So we can make it very easy for you to scroll down and start to organize, or you can go into a contact and do it individually, whichever is easiest for you. Clearly the easiest is by sorting by title or sorting by company and then scrolling down the list and then selecting the tags. If you sort by title, all your VPs will be organized so you can hand select all of them and then put them under VP. And once you organize your contacts, now it makes it very easy to communicate with them and creating campaigns and sending emails to them or reaching out to them. This is not something that you have to do in one sitting. This is stuff that we're doing over time. But you know, the key here is organizing your contacts as much as you're organizing your companies is something that's very important to make it easy to filter and organize and communicate with your contacts. So again, if you have any questions about this organization or anything that becomes important to you within the Phello platform, feel free to reach out to Phello and we'll help you in any way we can. Good luck.